What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Prechtel, Prechtel Elevate Performance, coming at you live. It's Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Hope you guys had an amazing time with your families. Um, I'm hopping on here today. Back at it. Took a day off yesterday. I just want to talk about some shit. So, on Wednesday, I ended up having like an anxiety attack in the middle of me streaming. I talked about it, after the fact whenever I restarted streaming. And the last couple of days, I've just been having some a really hard time with anxiety. It's not something that I have dealt with very much in the past. Honestly, right now, while I'm on this, right now, like I am like almost like shaking internally because I don't know what's going on. I've been having some really been having a really hard time with it. But I came on here today to talk about that, and I came on here today to talk about the concept of failure and like why does that matter? You know what? Like, so what if I fail? So what if I come on here and make a fool of myself, or come on here and I have another anxiety attack, or whatever? Like, so what? Right? And so I just want to come on here and talk about this because, like, I've been struggling pretty hard with it lately, and I think it has a lot to do with me putting a lot of pressure on myself, putting a lot of pressure on myself not to fail, pressure to be, my best self for everybody, me, for myself, my clients, my family, my mentor, everything going on in my life. Like, I want to be the best for them, and it's one of those things where it's like I've got a lot of pressure on myself because of that. And a lot of that too is stemming from like having this pressure that I've been putting on myself to like have this like awesome free challenge that I'm running on Monday, which if you haven't done yet or applied to do, like, I encourage you to do it. It's going to be awesome. But I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to do that and have it go off without a hitch and without having any issues, and all these things going on, and there's just been I felt a lot of pressure on myself that I didn't realize was there, because this, honestly, like, this month, if I'm being transparent, has been the best month for me and my business and for my clients and for like the community that I'm building for my clients and my private group and everything. Like, it's been amazing. And at the beginning of this week, I felt unstoppable. I felt incredible. I felt like everything that I fucking touched turned to gold. Honestly, like, I felt like I could not be. I was rolling. I was in momentum. I had so much going on that was just felt so good. And then out of nowhere, when I was going live on this last Wednesday, like, everything just like, I like shut down my brain, just like went kaput on me. And I was like, it was just so much that I didn't realize that was like the pressure that was on me. Like, I didn't realize it was there until it came in full force. And then on Wednesday, like in the middle of me streaming, my brain, I just felt like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't like everything was kind of going dark. And like, there's just so, like, my heart felt like I felt like I was having a heart attack or a stroke, if I'm being honest. And it scared me, and it made me like question whether I could do this, whether I could come on here and go live, and whether I could, it kind of shook me a little bit in terms of, is that going to happen the next time I go live? Is this going to be something that I have to deal with more and more and more going forward? And who knows? It might be. Maybe I'm gonna, in 30 seconds from now, it's gonna happen again. But you know what? So what if I fail? And I think the same thing kind of can be applied to, you and your fitness journey. A lot of people have anxiety about going to the gym. A lot of people have anxiety about, failing when it comes to like their fitness journey. And it's like one of those things where it's like, one, you're not going to know unless you try. And two, so what if you fail? So you failed today. That's fine. You've got a ton of opportunities in the future to succeed again. Like, and you only truly fail if you actually quit trying. Like, that's when, like, the fear of failure and the fear itself, like, that's the only time it wins. Like, and it's one of those things, like, that's what was happening to me, is like, like I told you, I felt unstoppable. Like things were going so like great, and like the last few days, like I have felt very stopped. I have felt very stagnated, very fearful of, what's going to happen next. Like what happens if I fail? What happens if everything that I've worked on for the last like year collapses? Or what if my clients like end up like hating me, or my family ends up getting, there's just so many things that, what ifs, but none of that matters, right? So, I was scared of, like appearing to be like weak, a fear of like feeling like I'm not, showing up and being like a good leader, and fear. I was afraid like my clients were going to think I'm a bad coach, or like I'm going to be a bad leader, or whatever it may be. But like, honestly, like the truth is like, I'm a great fucking coach. I'm a great fucking leader. Like a great leader shows their weaknesses and shows that they exist, but that they can be overcome. And if I can show like my clients, and I can show you guys that like what's possible whenever you confront your fears, and what's possible if you expose yourself to these things and you get outside of your comfort zone, and that if I can do it, you can do it too. If I can come on here and feel freaking terrified out of my mind for whatever reason going live, even though I've done it like over 100 times now, in a row, probably, other than the weekends. Like if I can do that, if I can come on here and show up for myself and show up for others, like what's stopping you from doing that too? Like I am a great leader. Like I am a good dad. I'm a good partner. Like I am going to provide a kick-ass free challenge this Monday to more than 25 people that have already registered. I'm going to provide a great fucking challenge for those people. I'm going to show up, and I might, in the middle of the freaking challenge, have an anxiety attack, and that's fine. So what? I'm just going to start it over and do it over again, and I'm going to succeed. I might fail again. I might fail a million fucking times, and that's fine. But I know that if I keep at it, and if I keep on showing up and trying to do my best to be a good person and providing value to people and helping people, that I'm going to get through it eventually. And the thing is like, I just talked about all the things that I am going to do and that I am, but you know what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let the fear win. And like I said, I may fail, but if I do fail, I'm going to fail forward. I would rather have a million anxiety attacks live in a row, but one day I'm not going to have one. And guess what? That's going to be the day that I break through it. And today might be that day. It might be tomorrow. It might be January, February, March, whenever I get through going through what I am right now, and and feeling how I'm feeling right now while I'm talking live. But the thing is, it's like, so what if I fail? Like what? So like what is there to lose? Like there's nothing to lose other than not trying again. So yeah. And I would rather fail doing something that I love, than be comfortable succeeding at doing something that doesn't bring me happiness and that is super comfortable and blah 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 blah. And like this brings me happiness, like me coming on here and talking and like showing up for people and providing value and like a positive like mindset and showing what's possible whenever you work on yourself. Like I think that that's important. I think that that holds a lot of weight in terms of proving what's possible whenever you don't give in to failure. Because like trust me, like I had an anxiety. Like I did a live for my private group today, and the whole time during it I was having anxiety, like, and I'm having anxiety right now, but that's okay. That's okay. So don't give up. If you fail, you fail forward. So what if you fail? It doesn't matter. You can, there's a million opportunities in the future to continue to succeed. And yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my mentor, because I reached out to him today because I was still struggling with this shit. And he literally, to prove a point, like 2 minutes after I said that, he did an impromptu like podcast for like thousands of people that like I think like 25,000 people download his podcast every month or something like that. Like, and he freaking went on there and just to prove a point that it doesn't matter if he screws up, it doesn't matter. And that was really inspiring to me, and I really appreciated that. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to him as well. Because it's one of those things where it's like you have nothing to lose, like you have nothing to fear but fear itself, right? So, and I'm not going to fear. I'm just going to embrace it, and I'm going to basically put myself through exposure therapy if I have to, by coming on here and doing it a million times. And eventually, I'm not going to feel like anxious about it anymore, and that's okay. So, yeah, that's my life for today. If you got value from this live, if you are dealing with anxiety, if you are somebody who is, in a very fearful state right now or is afraid of failing, it's okay. Like, that's normal. That's a part of the human experience. What I'm dealing with right now, that's part of the human experience. And I'm going to work through it, and I'm going to kick its ass. And, going forward, I'm just going to keep on pushing myself to get outside of my comfort zone. And right now, this is really outside of my comfort zone, and I'm going to, I'm going to keep doing it. So, yeah, if you got value from this, give it a like. Let me know if you're struggling right now with something involving anxiety or fear, something you're fearful of or fear of failing with. Share this with somebody if you feel like they are going through something similar right now, and they, need to realize that it's okay, and that that's a normal part of life, and that that's something that they can work on, and that they can work through and get through. So yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about being on here right now. And I just want to say that I appreciate everybody. I've had I've had a lot of people message me and reach out to me and tell me like that they, that they've been dealing with anxiety too, and that they've got that kind of stuff that happens to them on a very regular basis, and that it's refreshing to hear somebody talk about it so openly. And so it's like, yeah, like here it is. Like I'm talking about it right now because I think it's important to talk about these issues. And I think that, showing that you can still succeed at your goals or be a good coach or be a good leader and deal with these things and work through it. If you can work through it, if one person has ever done it before, you can do it. So, yeah. So that being said, if you got value from this, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you are watching this at a later time, hit me with that hashtag replay. Let me know that you saw it. That being said, I am running that free challenge still. I'm running it. It's happening. I'm going to make it the most badass challenge ever. I'm going to make it like super value packed. I'm going to try and give it my all to provide value for everybody who's joining. And I appreciate all of you that have signed up for it. I think we are over 25 people now. That being said, I am going to cap it at 40. I've made the decision. I'm capping it at 40 people. So if you are thinking about it and you want one of those last 15 spots or less than 15 spots, let me know and send me a message and I'll get you signed up. So it's going to be a good time. And yeah, the link for that, if you're watching this on Facebook, is in the description. So just click on that, fill it out, or send me a message if you're on Instagram watching this right now. And let me know, and I'll send you a link to it. So it's going to be a good time. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy mine, getting things set up, and I'll talk to you all on Monday.